Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting. My name's Josh Hall. This is the Doghouse Racing League Shoney's Tuesday Night Truck Series here on iRacing. We are at Texas Motor Speedway here tonight, getting ready for 68 laps around this wild 1.5 mile quad oval speedway. Texas always lends itself to some fantastic racing. We're looking for exactly that tonight. We got about 28 seconds left here in practice. Currently, at the top of the board, we see Chris Leftwich, Hunter Simpson sitting back in second, Mike Leftwich third, Andrew St. Cor, and Jeremiah Stutzman round out your top five. Let's take a look at our point standings coming into tonight. And we can see at the top of the board is Jonathan Jennings. Jeremiah Stutzman sits back in second, Justin McMahon, Kevin Thompson, and Kevin O'Powell, your top five. Adam Gardner sits back in sixth, Doug Solms in seventh, Michael Bowen, Daniel Wilkerson, and Eric Peck round out your top 10. We'll leave that up on the screen so you can find where your favorite driver is in the standings currently. Before we take a look at our team standings. And at the top of the team standings is Elite Southern Racing. Twisted Axle sits back in second. Loud Pedal Racing, the sponsor of tonight's race, sits back in third. Lazy Lizard Racing back in fourth. Shoney's Racing moves up a spot to fifth. At the top, Motorsports falls back one position to sixth, and Southern Boys Racing is seventh in the team standings. But we're still barely into the season. A lot of time left to go. I'm sure we'll see some movement throughout the field as we've got trucks out on track for qualifying. First truck making their way out on track is the league owner, Daniel Wilkerson. Texas is a little bit of a tricky track at times, especially the way that the banking really falls off coming off of turn number 2. So as these drivers make their way around this track, you'll see a lot of drivers getting really loose off of turn number 2 because of how quickly the banking falls away. So watch for that to be a trouble spot here tonight. See last year's champion Kevin Thompson out on track, rocking a little different paint job here tonight than that red truck that we're used to seeing him in. As we see a couple times starting to roll in now, Hunter Simpson up to the top of the board. We see Andrew St. Cor coming down to the start-finish line. St. Cor is going to go P5 on his first lap. Rusty Lynn just coming off of pit lane as well in the 83 Shoney's machine. We see Adam Thompson coming down the backstretch in that 16 machine. So almost all the trucks out on track, getting their qualifying done underway. Oh, and hard contact to the inside wall for Thompson. Christopher Simon coming down through turns 3 and 4 on his second lap. See where he's able to slate in here. Currently up in the 9th position. A little loose off the corner, but coming down to the stripe. You see damage on the right side of that truck. Don't know if he'll have a time on that one. Looks like he will not have a time recorded there. Kenny Heath making his way across the line. He's going to go P15 on his first lap. Here comes Rusty Lynn to the line to see where he slates out. Currently 14th position. Let's see what he's able to do here on his second lap. Going to move up into 11th. Jeffrey Wimmer just coming across the line for his first lap. He's going to move up into 17th. We see Kenny Heath now across the stripe. And Heath is going to stay in that 16th position. Pick up Chad Waller just coming off of turn number 4. And he goes 18th on his first lap. Here tonight at night, at least the temperatures are a little bit cooler, so we'll have a little bit better grip here tonight. As we see Waller coming off of turn at number 4 and down to the stripe. And as far as trucks are out on track, that's going to do it here. Waller's going to go, or stay in that. No, he's going to go P4, excuse me. So as we have about 30 seconds left before we get things underway here, of course, we want to thank Shoney's for being a great sponsor here tonight in the Doghouse Racing League. Shoney's Doghouse Racing League's Tuesday Night Truck Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stop by one of their West Virginia locations and try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar, or take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. Of course, those strawberry pies, as we well know, are great for family or office gatherings, holidays, picnics, or any other celebration you'd like to make just a little bit sweeter. Well, let's take a look at the starting grid. And on pole tonight, we've got the number 33 of Hunter Simpson with Mike Hayes starting to his outside. Jonathan Jennings and Chad Waller, they'll make up row number 2 with Adam Gardner and Kevin Thompson back in row number 3. Mike Leftwich in the 60, he'll roll off from 7th with Andrew St. Cour to his outside in 8th. Then rounding out row number 5, your top 10 will be Steve Gerber and Andrew Hayes. Kevin Powell, Rusty Lynn will roll off row number 6 with Matthew Powell and Christopher Simon back in row number 7. Daniel Wilkerson in the 78 will roll off 15th with Jeffrey Wimmer back in 16th. Chris Leftwich rolls off 17th and Kenny Heath from the 18th position. Corey Lavallo, he'll be rolling off from 19th with Jeremiah Stutzman rounding out the 10th row. Row 11 will find Eric Peck and Adam Thompson, then Randall Barnett and Ricky Hudges II back in row 12. 25th will be Chuck Cobb, Leander Johnson back in 26th, Michael Bowen 27th, and Jason Riume back in the 28th position. As we get ready to grid them up here at Texas Motor Speedway. Of course, while we got a second, I want to, Garrett Kinder says, good evening, Mr. Hall. Mr. Kinder, good to see you. Must be bored at work, so good to see you here tonight. Garrett Kinder runs in the Original Rebels League, but I know he likes to pop in here and watch some good racing. So he's joining us here tonight. Of course, we want to thank everybody who's watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch. Don't forget to hit that like button, follow, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know whenever we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. Of course, we want to also thank our great sponsor, Butt Kicker. Butt Kicker is an established and trusted leader in haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker haptics transducers let you feel ultra-low frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional simulate racers. The patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. The Gamers Plus is new and upgraded sim racing haptic that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. To check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which one's right for you, visit thebuttkicker.com. So the field rolling down the backstretch right now, getting ready to come to the starting zone to take the green flag. Hunter Simpson is going to be down on the inside with Mike Hayes to his outside in that familiar 96 machine. Field's getting ready to come off turn number 4. Pace car is getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. as they come down to the green flag. Now in the air, Hunter Simpson hits that loud pedal. We are green flag racing here at Texas, and a great jump for that 33 machine. You see the 91 of Jonathan Jennings starting to slide through up there as well. He's going to slide up into that second position. Mike Hayes caught up on the outside. He's going to slide in behind the 91, file in third. Adam Gardner fighting hard on that inside lane. We already got a wreck on the backstretch, and Rusty Lynn backed up against the wall. A couple other cars, they're still wrecking down on the backstretch. No caution, though. We stay green flag. Now the yellow comes out as the field makes their way down to the start-finish line, and that is going to bring up our first Wreckage Rewind of the night. So we take a look to see exactly what started this. Unfortunately, on a start of a race like that, everybody's so bunched up, and unfortunately, it's the big one early. Take a look here from the blimp. Looks like it starts with Chris Leftwich down here. Oh, no, it started in front of Leftwich here. I believe that might have started with Rusty Lynn, yeah. We see Lynn down on the up on the outside of Steve Gerber in the 19, and he just gets loose all by himself, comes down into the 19. That sends him up in front of Christopher Simon, who makes some contact. Simon gets turned. Oh, Rusty got that weird glitch where he gets stuck in the wall. You see Gerber flying through the air, and drivers just coming piling in, just nowheres to go. Kevin Powell is involved in this one. Daniel Wilkerson around as well, and unfortunately just a lot of trucks with nowheres to go. So we see Kevin Thompson make his way off of pit road. Christopher Simon, who we know is in that. Randall Barnett got a little piece of it as well. Corey Lavallo. So a lot of trucks involved in that one. And if this is your first time tuning in for the Doghouse Racing League, they do not use resets. So these drivers, any damage they get, they'll have to get fixed up in order to get back out there. As we see Mike Leftwich coming down pit road along with Chuck Cobb. So a couple other drivers coming down and topping off here. As we still have 1 lap to go before the lights come off on the pace car. Don't forget to join us after this one's over for the SCSRA Truck Series, our truck doubleheader here on Tuesday night. It's their throwback night tonight, and they'll be heading off to North Wilkesboro Speedway. So if you like short track racing, tune in for that here on Intensity Broadcast, and that will go live here at about 9:20 Eastern. Of course, don't forget to join us Friday night as well, as we've got our Original Rebels Racing League Grand National Series. Going to be doing something a little different. They'll be at Nashville Fairgrounds this week. So short track racing at Nashville Fairgrounds on the 23rd. And then they do something a little bit different. They'll pack up, go over the ocean, and head over to the Motegi and the Motegi Oval, and they'll have there, which is kind of interesting, and I'm interested to see how this plays out, the playoff wildcard race before their playoffs begin. So you're not going to want to miss that one. Tune in for that one as well. Cat Kinder, no fast repairs. That's got to hurt. Just like you guys have on Friday nights in the Grand National Series. So I think that it's kind of one of those things where it kind of cleans up the racing because people know they don't have that reset in their pocket, so they might take things a little bit easier. But then you get caught up in somebody else's mess, and unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. So the field's going to re-rack, restack, and get ready to refire here. Mike Hayes is going to be on the inside. Andrew Hayes to the outside. Jonathan Jennings and Michael Bowen going to make up row number 2. Bowen up 23 positions from where we started. A bunch of drivers did come down pit road to top off on that first pit stop, or on that first caution. Only 3 cars stayed out. The 2 Hayeses and Michael Bowen as they come to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing. Mike Hayes with a big jump out in front of Andrew. A little further back, we see some side-by-side battle between Michael Bowen and Jonathan Jennings. Now, Jennings did come down pit road to top off on fuel as they come down the backstretch. A little further back, we see a little battle back here. Kevin Thompson trying to make his way around Leander Johnson. He's got Andrew St. Cyr right in front of him as well. And almost some 3-wide racing down the backstretch. Oh, contact. The 5. Oh, Andrew St. Cyr hard into the outside wall as well. The 32 of Leander Johnson involved, and looks like Matthew Powell, the other car involved here. That's going to bring up our second Wreckage Rewind of the night. We saw that happening just in front of the battle that we were watching. Let's see if we can see exactly what happened here to bring this one out. Pick up the action. We see Powell in the middle here. And the 5 of Kenny Heath is going to take a move down to the inside. And there's some contact made, and then they both try to get it straightened out. The second contact there is really what gets things going. And Powell just trying to keep it up there. Oh, there's contact made. Leander Johnson comes up into St. Cyr, and that's what brings out the rest of it. Everybody able to make evasive action. So everybody coming down pit road except for Mike and Andrew Hayes. One truck getting the wave around right there. That is Jeremiah Stutzman coming around to get the lucky dog. So those 2 stay out. Everybody else comes down pit road. Greg Fronix has 0 resets in every league. And JGR Ribs 18 says, "Sorry, just lost it. What a way to debut." Hey, it happens. We've all been there. But unfortunately, it's a rough way to end the night. But good luck in the future endeavors here in the league. So as we are under yellow here, again, we want to thank our great league sponsor, which is Shoney's. Of course, the Doghouse Racing League's Tuesday Night Truck Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. Stop by one of their West Virginia locations to try out their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar and take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. I wish we had a Shoney's near me because those strawberry pies look awfully good, and they're great for office gatherings, holidays, picnics, and any other celebration you'd like to make just a little bit sweeter. Also, if you're just tuning in, we want to thank you for joining us here on Intensity Broadcasting. Whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch, don't forget to hit that like button, follow, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know whenever we go live. We've got the chat open as well. Let us know who you're pulling for here tonight, what your thoughts are. We love to hear from you. Don't forget to check out our web store down below at intensitybroadcasting.com, where you can find hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, not just of leagues, but of Intensity as well, and some of Atlee Atmanwisa's gear as well. The young man in his Bandolero career going to be coming to a close pretty soon. So if you want to support the young man or support the channel, you can head over right there. It really does help us out. Don't forget to check out our great partners as well. Whether it's the Butt Kicker at thebuttkicker.com, or you can check out raceepi.com for the best setups and driver coaching on iRacing. So lights are off on the pace car. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Mike Hayes is going to lead him back down to the restart zone. Again, with that restart zone, the driver does have to maintain pace speed until he reaches that zone. Then he can choose to take off anywhere in that zone he would like. So if he takes off too early, then he'll get black flag. If he takes off too late, the race will resume with or without him. The driver on the outside can't beat him down to the restart zone. So we'll see, or excuse me, he can't accelerate before the leader. But here we go. Pace cars back on pit road. Mike Hayes leading him back down to that Geico restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. Another great jump for Mike Hayes as he's able to slide out in front of Andrew Hayes. But here comes Jonathan Jennings taking a look down to the inside of Andrew Hayes as they make their way down into turns 1 and 2. Adam Gardner sitting back there in the 4th position. He's seeing this battle heat up in front of him as Hayes and Jennings continue to run side by side. We see Hunter Simpson making a cut down to the bottom, trying to get down underneath Adam Gardner, but not close enough to make that move happen. As Jonathan Jennings now moves himself up into that 2nd position, just behind Hunter Simpson, trying to work all over the back bumper of Adam Gardner. Ricky Hudges and Adam Thompson back here as well. Being down on that low side, coming off of turn number 2, that can get that truck incredibly loose as we see Hunter Simpson taking a look down to the inside of Adam Gardner, trying to take away the 4th position. And he's going to do it coming off turn number 4 and down to the stripe. Gardner's fighting back on the high side, but Hunter Simpson's going to have position down into turn number 1. Michael Leftwich having a little battle back here with Michael Bowen. They're side by side. This is a battle for the 10th position. Bowen down on the bottom, Leftwich up on the high side. Lots going on. Adam Gardner's fighting back hard on that high side. I thought he was going to slide in behind Hunter Simpson, but he's still out there on that high side trying to make it work. So we've seen that 2nd groove already starting to make its way known. Adam Thompson and Ricky Hudges going at it here. Thompson trying to use that high line like he saw Gardner using. And Gardner is going to clear Hunter Simpson to get himself back into that 4th position. So right now, your top 7, single file. That's a 2-second gap back to the second pack of Mike Leftwich, Matthew Powell, Kenny Heath, Michael Bowen back here as well. You see Kenny Heath taking a dive down to the inside of Matthew Powell. Last time that happened, it didn't work out so well for either driver. This time, he's able to get right around. Currently, we only have 15 cars on the lead lap. Hunter Simpson has Ricky Hudges right there, starting to gain on him on that back bumper. Eric Peck in that one machine trying to run down Michael Bowen, trying to take over that 12th position. As Adam Gardner now trying to defend Hunter Simpson yes again, as Simpson back down to the low side. And here comes Ricky Hudges trying to make his way through as well. Jonathan Jennings trying to fight for the lead now. He's got Andrew Hayes all over the back bumper. Mike Hayes out in front. And he's running down Mike Hayes. Last time by, he was quite a bit faster than Hayes. Takes a look to the high side. Those two make their way down into turns 1 and 2. See the view from above or on top of Jonathan Jennings' truck. If you listen, these guys are almost wide open all the way around the track here. It's almost like a super speedway for them, so drafting is going to be a major thing here. Just that light lift to get the truck set down into the corner and then right back to the throttle. Of course, that driver out in front with the clean air, he's going to have a little bit of an advantage as he's going to have a little more downforce on the nose of that car. Where Jonathan Jennings back in the draft doesn't have quite the air on the nose. That causes that truck to get a little pushy, get a little tight, and that can really wear off that front tire. Says the fielder catching up to the lap truck. A lap truck out in front. Let's take you through the field real quick. Up front, Mike Hayes, who's pretty much led every lap since the beginning. He's got Jonathan Jennings sitting back in second. Andrew Hayes now running in that 3rd position. And Hunter Simpson, our pole sitter, sitting back in 4th. Adam Gardner hanging tough right now in that 5th position with Ricky Hudges hanging on back in 6th. Then Kevin Thompson starting to run down this pack in front of him. He's back in 7th with Adam Thompson back in the 8th position. Mike Leftwich in this 60 Shoney's machine currently back in 9th. And Kenny Heath, he's going to round out your top 10 as they run right now. See some well wishes from Kevin Thompson's father out there on YouTube. We appreciate you tuning in here tonight. As Jonathan Jennings is right there on the back bumper. Just not quite able to get that run to try to make the move. A little further back, Adam Gardner now. Trying to get around Andrew Hayes. Hayes was also just passed by Hunter Simpson, so Hayes starting to fall back a little bit. So, good chance he might have burnt off that right front tire. Trying to stay up there right now. Being back in traffic a little bit, that's really easy to burn that right front tire off. How about Kevin Thompson sneaking back into this group here as well? He was almost 2 seconds back. Just a handful of laps to go, and now he finds himself running right there on the back bumper of Ricky Hudges as they continue to battle in front. As Ricky Hudges tries to make a move to the outside of Andrew Hayes. So side by side down the backstretch. And up in front, we've got a battle for the lead going on. Sorry, it's a battle for, that was a lap truck I thought going. I thought I saw some side-by-side racing, but Jonathan Jennings is hanging right there on the back bumper, trying to get around this 96, just not finding an opportunity to do it. Now Kevin Thompson to the inside of Ricky Hudges. You saw the lap truck staying up and out of the way. As Thompson finds himself trying to move into that 6th position. Last season's champion. Working his way from an early pit, trying to get his way back up towards the front. As Ricky Hudges now up on that high side, found something up there. And now he's trying to make his way around Andrew Hayes. We're just a couple laps away from halfway. Which means we are just about halfway from midway stage points. Of course, we're not going to throw the yellow. They will continue to battle. But at the completion of lap 34, we will award stage points to our top 10. So Mike Hayes really wants to hold off Jonathan Jennings to get that stage win. So coming to take the final lap of the stage. Oh, here we go. We got Jonathan Jennings taking over the lead now as Mike Hayes comes down pit road, and that's going to bring us to halfway at the end of this lap. So Mike Hayes, Andrew Hayes coming down pit road a lap early, not looking for stage points, but looking for the win and the strategy. As we come across the line, Jonathan Jennings will be your stage winner. Hunter Simpson, Adam Gardner, Kevin Thompson. Thompson got around Ricky Hudges, so moved Thompson up in the 4th, Ricky Hudges 5th. And that'll bring up our midway stage sponsor, Tiffany Leftwich with Pink Zebra. Independent consultant of West Virginia. Pink Zebra was founded in 2011. The company sells candles, candle accessories, melting waxes, and different scents. You can check out her website at pinkzebraathome.com. or pinkzebrahome.com/sprinkle butterflies. So Jonathan Jennings leads over Hunter Simpson. Adam Gardner is back in third, and Kevin Thompson is in fourth. And now we're starting to see time start to slow down a little bit. Almost like a couple of drivers are starting to save a little bit of fuel. Randall Barnett just made his way down onto pit road. Michael Bowen just making his way off of pit road. Makes me wonder when the rest of the leaders are going to come down pit road. If they're trying to stretch it or if they're hoping for a caution to trap a bunch of drivers lap down. Mike Leftwich making his way down onto pit road. So as we run right now, we only have 6 trucks on the lead lap. Adam Gardner hanging right there with Hunter Simpson. We're about to see some of these trucks on fresher tires out there trying to get their laps back as Jonathan Jennings comes down onto pit road. Matthew Powell on pit road as well. Hunter Simpson down on pit road. That's going to give the lead to Adam Gardner, who's got a 3-second lead over second place Kevin Thompson. Now Adam Gardner makes his way down on the pit road, so doesn't Kevin Thompson. So when it all cycles back around, Mike Hayes will be your leader. Adam Gardner, Kevin Thompson still stationary on pit road. Here goes Gardner now. Thompson just getting those left sides up in the air. Mike Hayes has gone by. You see Hudges battling with Jonathan Jennings as Jennings going to take over the second place position. But Mike Hayes 7.5 seconds out in front of Jonathan Jennings. And it looks like Hayes just got on and off of pit road so much better. We take a look at pit lane time. Hayes just able to continue to stretch that lead over Jonathan Jennings. Ricky Hudges trying to run Jennings back down, and he's got Hunter Simpson right behind. He's trying to run that 55 machine back down. Adam Gardner currently in a little battle here with Andrew Hayes. Gardner going to move right around. And that's the 63 of Randall Barnett, who is a lap down. Mike Leftwich battling side by side with Adam Thompson. And move Leftwich up into the 8th position. So Mike Hayes with a commanding lead right now. Just over 7 seconds ahead of Ricky Hudges. And the last thing he's looking for right now is the caution to come out to erase that big lead. On the contrary, Jonathan Jennings hoping for that caution to come out so he can catch up and try to race with Mike Hayes to try to take this win. Ricky Hudges starting to run a little bit quicker now than Jonathan Jennings, starting to run down that 96 machine. Mike Hayes is looking at lap times, just out there on cruise control. Gardner starting to run down the 33 of Hunter Simpson. Last time by, he's running a little bit quicker laps than Simpson is. You can see him gaining right up there. It's the wrong direction. Let's take a look this way. You see Gardner and Simpson. Each time, Gardner's been quite a bit faster. Lap 44, he ran his fastest lap of the race, a 29.9. As they come up on the 55 of Ricky Hudges. This is for position 3 wide. Adam Gardner thought better of it. Backs out of it. He's going to slide in behind Hudges. And now they almost made it 3 wide yet again down the backstretch. And now he will go 3 wide. Adam Gardner down to the bottom. Into turn number 3. Slides it down on that white line. And he's going to take over that 3rd position. But here comes Hunter. Battling hard back on the outside. Hudges trying to get back down to the inside. Thought about giving a little bumper to Gardner as they make their way down into turns 1 and 2. And we're coming to 20 laps to go next time by. And the intensity is starting to pick up here as Adam Gardner slides himself up into the 3rd position. Hunter Simpson battling down to the inside of Ricky Hudges as they come up on the lap truck. As one of Eric Peck. Hudges runs into the back of the one. Really had nowhere to go. Thought that the Peck was going to get up and out of the way. He's going to have to regroup and try it all again. As Adam Gardner right now turning some laps and running down 2nd place. Jonathan Jennings. And Jennings not putting down bad laps himself, but starting to catch the 96 of Mike Hayes. But Hayes has such a lead right now, just over 6 seconds with 19 laps to go. Hayes can afford to kind of put in cruise control a little bit. I know the lap trucks are starting to slow him down just a little bit as he makes his way around the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. We see the 21 of Kevin Thompson currently back in the 7th position. Thompson kind of just stalled out back there. This time when he comes across the line, he's running about a half a second quicker than the leader. As I said, Mike Hayes currently in cruise control. Hayes just ran a 31.19. As opposed to Jonathan Jennings, who ran a 30.57. Gardner ran a 30.67. So Mike Hayes really backing down in the corners. And he might be trying to save a little bit of fuel as well. He was one of the first drivers to make his way down onto pit road. As we'll listen along here and we'll see if he's really getting off the gas and dropping the clutch to try to save a little bit of fuel into turn number 1. Yeah, he's not dropping the clutch, but definitely keeping the RPMs down and trying to save a little bit of fuel, it sounds like. Andrew Hayes just got passed by the 21 of Kevin Thompson. Let's move Thompson up into the 6th position. Hunter Currently has a hard charging Ricky Hudges trying to take over that 4th position. So Simpson up into that 4th position right now, but has a hard charging Ricky Hudges. Hudges is right there on the back bumper, trying to take over that 4th position. Hudges up 19 positions as they run right now. Started back in 25th and currently fighting for the 4th position. Currently, we only have 9 trucks on the lead lap. Adam Thompson comes off and comes across the stripe. He will be the last truck on the lead lap. Mike Hayes, exactly what I thought, he was going to be short on fuel, comes down pit road, gives up his huge lead. He's going to have to come top off, which makes me wonder if anybody else is going to be short on fuel. Jonathan Jennings now takes over the point. He's got Adam Gardner running him down from behind. So Gardner catches some lap traffic, though, at all the wrong times. But Gardner's put now, oh, wow, splitting the lap trucks down into turn number 1. Trying to run down Jonathan Jennings to get the win here tonight. With 11 laps to go, 10.5 laps to go. Again, catching lap traffic in all the wrong places if he's trying to run down Jonathan Jennings, who Jennings currently has clear track out in front. But you see Gardner right there running him down. That's under a half second with 10 laps to go. Ricky Hudges just made his way down on the pit road as well. Here comes Gardner down to the inside. He's going to take over the lead with 10 laps to go. Now, does Gardner have enough fuel in the tank to make it to the end? Jennings not really putting up a fight as he's got the one of Eric Peck right behind. And Gardner starting to pull away from that 91 machine. Oh, you hear Jonathan Jennings way off the throttle, saving as much fuel as he can. Sounded like he was on the clutch all the way down the front stretch. On the clutch again through turns 3 and 4, and that's why he's got lap trucks going right on by. Where Adam Gardner right now sounds like he's saving just a little bit of fuel as well. So it's going to come down to fuel here with just 8 laps to go. Does Adam Gardner, Jonathan Jennings, Hunter Simpson, Kevin Thompson have enough fuel to make it to the end? Andrew Hayes makes his way down on the pit road. The drama is starting to heat up here. Who's got enough fuel to make it to the end? Adam Gardner comes across the line, just 6 laps to go. You see Kevin Thompson. Is Thompson saving some fuel down into the corner? Now you hear him off the gas, on the clutch. These drivers have really slowed down their lap times. Up to 2 seconds in some cases. Just doing everything they can to save enough fuel to make it these last 5 laps. Who's it going to be? Does Gardner, Jennings, and Simpson, and the 2 Thompsons have enough fuel to make it to the end? We know Adam Gardner and Kevin Thompson were 2 of the last drivers to get onto pit road. So they're going to be in a little bit better shape than Jonathan Jennings or Hunter Simpson. As we see Mike Hayes right behind this group right here, trying to get his lap back, currently right behind Adam Peck. Gardner's going to drop down to the low side, let the faster trucks by on the high side. As Hayes now, as he came down pit road, he's getting his lap back right now. But with 3 laps to go, it's going to be impossible to make that lap up unless Adam Gardner has to come down pit road. If he's forced down on the pit road, that will change everything. Off of turn number 4. 2 laps to go for Adam Gardner. Milking every drop of fuel out of that truck. I saw Adam Thompson slowing down. He just got passed by Mike Hayes. So Mike Hayes now up into the 5th position again. Does not have to worry about fuel running over a second faster than the trucks that are saving right now. Adam Gardner comes off of turn number 4. White flag is the air. 1.5 miles to go. Does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? He's got a 3.5 second lead over Jonathan Jennings. So even if he was to run out in turns 3 and 4, he should be able to coast it to the end. Down the backstretch for the final time. And into turns 3 and 4, Adam Gardner uses the strategy, milks the fuel, and gets the win here at Texas. Jonathan Jennings going to come home in 2nd. And Hunter Simpson brings it home 3rd. Kevin Thompson in 4th. And Mike Hayes is going to round out your top 5. As we know, Hayes is going to have plenty of fuel to make it around to the start-finish line. But how about that? Adam Gardner getting the win here tonight. I'll see if he has enough fuel in the tank to get a little burnout going here as well. He's going to come down onto the front stretch and try to celebrate this win with what little fuel that he has left in the tank. Maybe not. Doesn't look like he's got any fuel left in the tank to do any kind of a celebration. So let's take a look at the final results here. Adam Gardner, again, gets the win. Jonathan Jennings comes home in 2nd. Now Gardner's able to get that truck burning down. You see it behind the scoreboard right there. Hunter Simpson comes home 3rd. Kevin Thompson, Mike Hayes round out your top 5. Adam Thompson comes home 6th. Richie Hudges comes home 7th. Andrew Hayes, Mike Leftwich, and Michael Bowen round out your top 10. Eric Peck comes home 11th. Randall Barnett in 12th. Matthew Powell in 13th. Jeremiah Stutzman in 14th. Corey Lavallo back in 15th. Then Andrew St. Cyr. Excuse me. Christopher Simon. Kenny Heath. There we go. Rusty Lynn and Chris Leftwich round out your top 20. Daniel Wilkerson 21st, Lander Johnson 22nd, Chuck Cobb 23rd, Chad Waller 24th, Jason Rume back in 25th, then Steve Gerber, Kevin Powell, and Jeffrey Wimmer round out the rest of the field here tonight at Texas. Let's talk to our top 3 here tonight. Starting with our third place finisher, Hunter Simpson. If Hunter is in the room, let's take a look here. Hunter, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Man, great job here tonight. Getting the pole, coming home with the podium. Can't be too upset with that here tonight. Seemed like a race came down the fuel here. First question, how much fuel did you have left in the tank?
I didn't have none left crossing the checkered.
Man, that's it's always a disheartening feeling as a driver here, and that thing started to sputter. But when did you realize that you were going to be a little bit short on fuel, and when did you really start saving hard?
I knew as soon as I pitted, and I saw I was about lap and a half short coming out of the pits, and I just had to start saving there. And I was struggling ever since I pitted. So to bring home a third for the team and to have my teammates in front of me with Adam and Jonathan, it was a great finish for them.
Yeah, it's always great when the teammates have an awesome finish like that. And was that kind of the strategy from the get-go, was trying to stretch as long as you could, or running up front a little bit, did that hurt your fuel strategy a little?
I just tried to keep track position, but also try and save as much fuel as I could on that first run. And I probably could have stretched it another lap, and the result might have been different. But we did our best, and I'm glad we got a good team finish.
Absolutely. And next week, we're going to move on to Kentucky Speedway. How do you like your chances over at good old Kentucky?
I'm not so sure if I'll be racing there next week, but we'll see when the time comes.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the podium here tonight. Anyone you want to thank? Any shout you got to give?
I want to thank Daniel for setting up the league every week. It's a lot of fun to race in. I want to thank you for having the broadcast and the trucks, all my teammates, Corey, Adam, John, Kevin, and Matt.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the podium, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
You too.
So that's your third place finisher, Kevin Simpson. Let's bring in your second place finisher, Jonathan Jennings. Jonathan, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, you had a great run. Got the lead away from Hayes when he had to go down pit road, and you started saving hard, but just didn't save as much as Gardner was able to there. What was the difference between having to back off as much as you did where he was able to drive around by you?
He stayed out an extra lap longer than I did when I pitted, and I should have stayed out, but that was my mistake.
And I'll ask you the same question I just asked Hunter. When did you kind of realize that you were going to be a little bit short, and when did the saving really start going into overdrive?
Right after I got the lead from Hayes, I checked my fuel, and I realized I was going to be short.
Well,
so
not
enough time to enjoy the lead.
Well, to be able to save that much fuel that late into realizing when the fuel was going to be out, so great job for that as well. Did you have any fuel as you crossed the finish line, or were you on fumes as well?
I sputtered as I was coming to the flag there, so I had nothing.
Well, awesome job being able to save that much fuel, getting yourself here on the podium here tonight. We move on to Kentucky next week. How do you like your chances of that little track?
Not real sure. I haven't done a whole lot of racing there.
Well, good luck to you next week at Kentucky. And before we let you go, anyone you want to thank, any shots you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, you guys for the broadcast. Daniel for the races every week, and all my teammates at Elite, and congrats to Adam Gardner on the win.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the podium here tonight. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon, so have a great night.
Thank you, you too.
As your second place finisher, Jonathan Jennings, let's bring in your winner here tonight, Adam Gardner. Adam, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Gotcha.
Well, first off, I noticed that you saved just enough fuel to get some burnouts in there at the end. So congratulations with the win, and a good job saving the fuel and staying out that extra lap really did it for you there. How much did you really have to save though? Because I know your teammates there were both saying they were sputtering coming across the line, and you were able to get some donuts, so you had a little bit of fuel left in tank.
Honestly, not much. Then going that extra lap on on the first green flag stop there really made the difference. But how about that? That was a lot of fun there tonight.
Yeah, and making some wild moves there, cutting your way through the lap traffic. Definitely was exciting from my seat. Must have been just as exciting from your seat as well.
Yeah, I tell you, I figured I made some moves there that got me some good TV time tonight. Come out of the pits that I saw I was like 3 seconds behind Jennings, and I actually thought him and Hunter were going to have enough to make it to the end there. So it was just gotta go mode. And I even told Hunter in the team chat after coming around, I think it was a 55. I said, sorry, dude, but I had to be aggressive. I gotta go. I said, the way the truck felt at the end of that first run gave me a lot of confidence that I had something that could compete for the win there in the second run. Even if they didn't have to save a little, I still think I would have had something. I absolutely love this track. So it was a good night. You really can't complain about that.
Not for sure, and especially winning one, stealing one on fuel mileage like that. And were you kind of surprised when you saw Mike Hayes make his way down pit road?
To see him stop so early, yes, but at the same time, I was really surprised they didn't come down on any of those early yellows. I actually debated coming in and topping off at 1 to go, but figured track position was just going to be worth too much, and really was enjoying being up there in top 5 pretty much all night, I think.
And mixing it up in the top 5 all night long tonight.
Yeah, it was a good time, and hopefully everybody enjoyed watching that. I know I was having a ball with some of them moves, and I knew they were close a couple of times there, but when the truck feels right and everything feels like the situations are working just right, you just got to go for it and have faith that it'll work out in the end there. And the guys all did great, really ran me clean. Practiced really good with the team there with Stutzman and Jennings, Hunter and Kevin before the race, and Matt. And just overall, a lot of positives to take from the night. Good momentum moving forward, and didn't expect the win coming into the night, but damn proud that I was able to go ahead and keep it on, and looking even more forward to coming back here when my sponsor's the head sponsor for the race.
Awesome, man. And next week we move on to Kentucky. How do you like your chances over there?
Love-hate relationship with it. Definitely enjoy the track. A lot of fun to race there. It has a lot of similarities when it comes to racing as far as this layout of Texas does, with the flatter ends in one corner than in the other corner. Only I want to say it's actually more towards the opposite, to where it's flatter. No, it's like it is here. It's flatter in 1 and 2, more banking in 3 and 4, which should definitely play into some interesting racing. But if it's anything like it was tonight, I'm going to take some of those lessons I learned in practice and use to make some of the moves that I made tonight. And I'm not going to tell anybody what those secrets were just yet, though. We'll see. If we're in this seat again next week, we may have to keep that secret to our chest.
For sure. And before I let you go here, Adam, anyone you want to thank, any shots you got to give here tonight?
Got to give a shout out to Daniel for going ahead and putting this together each week. Shout out to you up there in the booth. I absolutely love watching this back every week. Shout out to all the guys on the team. Love the teamwork and the effort we put together. And my painter, Rogers Race Wraps, I love showing this truck off, and I think it looks so good. So when I do get a chance to give it some good TV time and for the right reasons, I'm really happy to do that, and looking forward to trying to get the sweep when we come back here and under the Rogers Race Wraps banner.
For sure. And yeah, definitely like making TV time for the for all the positive things. So Adam, again, congratulations, great run here tonight. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed it out there in YouTube land.
Have a great night.
You too.
So there you have it. Your winner here tonight, Adam Gardner, getting the win on fuel mileage. But hey, a win's a win, and it's an awesome way to get it done. Don't forget to join us back here in about 20 minutes time for the SCSRA Truck Series. They'll be taking off at North Wilkesboro tonight, so some short track racing. Of course, we want to thank all of our great sponsors here tonight. We want to thank Shoney's for being the league sponsor. Want to thank excuse me. We want to thank Tiffany Leftwich for our halfway sponsor. Of course, we want to thank Butt Kicker and EC Racing Setups. So check that out. All the links are down below. Check out our web store at intensityBroadcasting.com. Don't forget to hit that like button, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. Again, one more time, congratulations to Adam Gardner. And as our boy Atlee, Atman Weiss would say, over and out.